J'ai fait une micro-pause en même temps.
Coche le live est de retour, ultime de la session continue. Voici ma chaîne YouTube,
Attends, je crois qu'ils m'ont pas changé de nom, c'est couillon.
www.youtube.com/ucnufdubvbdhqaegk-ucnufdqat0dzrlsg.
Oh là, oh là 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 là. C'est quoi mon PC? C'est quoi ce PC? Voilà, mineur. Ah le fils de... Allez.
Speed of light. With sword comes shadow. Incoming.
Disappear.
I'll never surrender. Speed of light. Incoming. Cut to the chase. Don't blink. Incoming. Let it rain.
Ah c'est une blague là.
It's cheating.
Oh ça m'énerve. Et on va se casser de la bouche.
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
I'll race you there. That's more like it. Bet you can't keep up with me. I'll race you there. Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift. Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request. I'll catch up.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirazage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if...
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A
Ça fait
commission's
une casserole.
power
Voici
rises
ma
and
chaîne
falls with
YouTube.
the trust of their people.
https://www.youtube.com/c/channel/c/NNL/c/NFDEWDHQAT0DZRLSG.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Allez, tentative. Oh, Ah, mais et c'est une grosse vanne. Voilà, ça t'apprendra de raconter des conneries. C'est que je fais le nécessaire pour avoir un personnage et à chaque fois il me donne quoi? Soit le même personnage que j'ai déjà ou des trucs inutiles.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Ah, you must also be here to... Teijima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Teijima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times. And then, out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
Windblade!
Oh. Dommage.
You
Je l'ai pas
must be
fait en voulu.
Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour
But
plus de
that's
contenu.
not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember... Oh! Maybe if you just try
Aïe,
real
aïe,
hard to
aïe, aïe,
remember,
aïe.
then it'll all come flooding back?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
Voici ma chaîne YouTube, https://www.youtube.com/uc9dewbdhqaegkqat0dzrlsg.
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
Qu'est-ce que tu racontes?
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
I wish it could be like this all the time.
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look. It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? So So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years! Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared. No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
I think maybe not.
En train de
If
jouer
this
à
is
Pokémon
something I
Go en même
waited
temps
most of my
de faire
life
un
for,
stream sur
I suppose
Genshin
I should
Impact.
carry on waiting.
C'est folklore.
Although, what if
Je suis en
she
train
were
de
to
faire les
turn
raids
up
de Méga
only to find I
Lucario.
didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart.
Il est en train de me démonter le Méga
Curious.
Lucario.
Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness, the feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing
Méga
okay,
Dracofeu Y.
but still, it makes Paimon really sad. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person.
Roudon.
According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
Oh, trop cool. J'ai fait la frappe finale avec Roudon.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree. But why would they take action against one of their own?
Putain, il pleut dans mon gilet de l'orage, il pleut dans la vraie vie. Putain, j'ai vraiment pas de bol, moi. Il pleut tout le temps. Hein.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is
C'est
counting on
simple,
that
ça fait une semaine qu'il pleut quasiment en France.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency
Et tu
provisions.
sais quoi? Il y a un truc que j'aime bien en Belgique.
Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be
Les
pocketed
frites,
by greedy samurai.
les festivals qu'ils font.
Samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
De quoi super?
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com
Ah, surtout la 2024.
c9d-wbdhqagkat0dzrlsg.
Faut pas oublier les pénaltys.
Huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the
Va te
Shogun's
faire
army.
enculer
They
par
issue
un vache
emergency
espagnol.
provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
J'aurais dû habiter plus près d'une arène.
But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, my own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
Fusée level UP pour le pêcheur du 52. 10 de
J'ai
LV
pêché du
25.
52 pour tout level.
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson!
Attendez, je suis en combat Pokémon. Ça tombe très très mal le truc. Ah, puis lui, là, il est un point égal, celui de la vocale, là. 2. B. B. Voilà, c'est bon. Ouais, hop là, bababam, babam, 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 babam.
Speed of light. No sword from shadow.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders?
Excellent
Could use
lanceur
someone like
fort.
you. Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal! Now show us what's in the box!
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too! And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again!
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Ouais. Non, ça me va pas.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got or perhaps there's something you
Hola,
want
tous.
to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions.
Et
But
moi,
why
trop
did he have to
bien.
purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/uc9DEWBDHQAEGKQAT0DZRLSG.
I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything. What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was some... This sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember, all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need, and look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision, and the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right—
Hey there! Did some...
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed by an evil spirit. So we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest
Voici ma
shrine
chaîne
on
YouTube.
Narukami Island.
https://www.youtube.com/uc9DEWBDHQAEGQAT0DZRLSG.
But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Bah, t'es pas parti, toi. Il se fout de ma gueule, celui-là. Ah, je reviens pas avant ce soir ou demain. Bah non, il est revenu en bout de 15 minutes. Mais c'est pas Zarty. Bah parle, je m'en fous.
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago. And he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him. So the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them.
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted!
How did you catch... Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few...
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, and what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news.
Bad news?
I'll have you know I trained side by side. I don't care to talk about that time anymore.
Mais t'es pas
But
net,
if you
Baptiste.
must know, I am Domon Senior.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Make-Yoshi Sui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations from me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and after that I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost
N'oubliez
his
pas de vous
mind?
follow pour plus de
His
contenu.
mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Make-Yoshi Sui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot and all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yae has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think—
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the— Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/uc9dewbdhqaegqat0dzrlsg.
Is this an answer from this world?
Et je vais laisser tous mes personnages ici. Bon, vous savez quoi, hein? Ben, on va trouver le...
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
Elle est là. Voilà, alors. On va pas aller se faire chier, hein. On va aller.
Ad Astra Abyssal. Thank you for completing today. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
à la nous sommes arrivés à notre destination.
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no wonder Junyo is so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute.
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/uc9DEWBDHQ1EGKQAT0DZRLSG.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest sword master in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Onsai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Onsai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Onsai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambition short, We entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Kami, please. See that he stays safe.
Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Huh?
Traveler, Paimon, it is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah, short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Voici ma chaîne YouTube.
To
https://www.youtube.com/uc.cnnln/uc.channeqaegq0dzrlsg.
Oh, Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen? Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, Perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance? You will? Really? Naturally.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have...
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree. Of course! We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt Decree. Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt. By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There, you...
The books were more interesting than the last.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt Decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time. You'd best save yourself the trouble.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even use it, I promise.
So this is the Vision Hunt Decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things unfold, can we? Psst! Hey! Wait! Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention. Come on! This way! What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help? Shh! quiet. Just sit tight.
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/uc9dewbdhqaegqat0dzrlsg.
All right.
Wise choice. Oh,
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he know what could happen to him after losing it? This is your fault. You're the one who stopped us from
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya. Sorry about that.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the same.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon loves fireworks. It's nice to meet you.
Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it. Ugh.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say! Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan. Awesome! I've been thinking about breaking him out too recently. But if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble. So, what about if I...
Sure, welcome to the team! Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got...
Not bad, huh?
Time to break him out!
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
Now that we're inside, this place is a whole lot creepier than Paimon imagined.
Come on, this way! As long as we stay quiet, we've got a good chance. I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for my...
You sure? Alright then.
You too. Don't blink.
Talk about a big door! It seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Wind blade.
Incoming. Hey! Don't blink.
With the wind.
Allow me to strike first. Show me what you've got.
Cut to the chase.
Clear cut.
No one escapes my sights. Incoming. Hey, get him.
Watch your step.
Don't blink.
Allow me to strike first. I've been bested.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
Who goes there? Soldiers, quick!
No escape. Speed of light. Hey.
I won't forget this.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Hey, go for Baron Bunny. Don't blink. No one escapes my sights. Speed of light. Incoming.
Battle
Teach me
formation!
a lesson.
Get them!
Cut to the chase.
I dare you!
Hey, get him!
Show me what you've got!
That's cheating!
Soldiers, quick! Don't hold back!
No escape!
Show me what you've got! This! Get them!
With the wind! Wind blade!
I lost! I dare you!
Speed of light! Hey! With sword comes shadow!
I strike first!
No one escapes my sight!
Don't hold back! Show me what you've got!
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
Show me what you've got! Watch your step! Allow me. Show me what you've got!
Don't blink!
I dare you! Don't hold back! I've been
Incoming!
bested.
Hey, go, Baron Buddy! Speed of light!
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/uc9DEWBDHQAEGKQAT0DZRLSG.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Teach me a lesson.
Stronger than I thought.
Disappear!
Watch your step!
Wind blade!
Nowhere to hide. Let it rain.
Teach me a lesson. Brace yourself. I dare you.
Don't blink. Hey.
Show me what you've got. Show me what you've got!
Wind blade!
To strike first! Show me what you've got!
No escape!
I dare you! Don't hold
Speed of
back!
light! Cut to the chase!
Watch your step! Allow me to strike first!
Don't blink!
I dare you! Watch your step! Don't hold back! Show me what you've got!
Incoming!
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
With sword comes shadow!
I need to train harder. I dare you! Bested.
Disappear!
Look over there.
Wow. Il y a un démon.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up was just the beginning.
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission brutes are torturing him!
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Yoimiya?
I can't bear to watch.
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson, that's all.
Huh? Who's that?
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am. It won't happen again.
Paimon sure wouldn't want to get on her bed.
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move while they aren't watching Master Masakatsu.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right time?
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
I've got us covered. Time for my little present. Fireworks!
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to distract them. Maybe more than enough.
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know. I was particularly proud of this batch. I decided to.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yoimiya, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear. Now's our chance.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on! We've got no time to lose! They could be... Oh.
Yes. Leave. Before I let my... He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... you can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Leave this place.
We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes. Finally, I've made...
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel? Can you hold on?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all over.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujosara. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him? It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. Though Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/uc9dewbdhqaegqat0dzrlsg.
I see. So Kujo-Sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo-Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt Decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu, if our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Yoimiya and the Traveler. You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Don't mention it.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this time without the help of the Traveler. But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt decree, there is still much to be done. It is time we make ready our next set of plans.
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, but our list of allies appears to be growing. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparations for a celebration. They call it a ceremony of sorts. And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning. The days ahead may be more peaceful than usual.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryou Commission?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little more breathing room than usual.
You do present a good point. Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest is in order. Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest an evening of hot pot together? Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll find it quite amusing.
A hot pot game? What's that? Well, as long as it has to do with eating.
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add all the ingredients together. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it, and guess whose ingredient it was. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that the winner receives blessings from the god of hot pot. Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try. In fact, I've already got my ingredients prepared.
You really do want to play, huh? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to gather some ingredients. But what should we do?
6 level UP pour le pêcheur du 52, dièse de LVL 26.
GG le pêcheur du 52 pour ton level.
Merci. Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
Nice! You can't go wrong with these! Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into the pot. Don't go wasting the rest now. This was possibly the scariest looking hot pot Paimon's ever seen.
C'est la première fois que je vois quelqu'un manger dans ce
Ended up eating all the weird stuff.
Ah, comment ça?
Yeah, you can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points. Oh, wait a moment. That doesn't feel good.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. The soup flavor wasn't quite the same afterwards. Even with the Traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correctly.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the Traveler ended up eating one. Boiling cakes in hot pot? Ugh. Think of the texture.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest, I thought the cakes would be a tasty addition.
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay. I need to lie down. I feel like a new man.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about being competitive.
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and wanted the God of Hot Pot's blessing. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game first time around. I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. I can sense it. So without further ado, I hereby declare that the winner of today's Hot Pot Challenge is... Me.
Oh, brother.
Ah, good effort, team. Another important job taken care of. Next on the agenda, some well-earned rest and relaxation.
Yes. If the Tenryo Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, then some rest would be a welcome change of pace. And with the extra time, there are some other matters I wish to attend to.
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, we'll reconvene at the Komori Tea House and discuss our next operation. Downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make the most of it. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our ingredients for our next round.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows the rules. I'll see you all later.
Bye, Toma! Seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori Tea House for a while. Why don't we go explore some other places? Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
Traveler Paimon! Hold on!
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has come up, and I would like to request your assistance. But you ought not be nervous. This is not coming from the Yashiro Commission or the Kamisato clan. It is my own individual request.
Individual request? You mean personal stuff?
Correct. It concerns my mother. This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, a few days ago, I was sorting through some old family belongings when I found a notebook that belonged to my mother. She wrote about all kinds of things, mostly of little consequence. But what drew my attention was a name. It is one that I have never heard before, so the fact that she mentions it so frequently, it makes it difficult for me to ignore.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. And although my mother and father passed away many years ago, both my brother and I are familiar with the vast majority of their acquaintances. So, I am very curious about this mysterious individual. I would very much like to meet them. According to the notebook, their name is Tsubaki. This seems to have been someone very important to my mother. Someone with a lot of personality, who liked to have fun.
Voilà. On va me rappeler, donc je vais recouper le micro dans peu de
That's what
temps.
I thought too.
So what do you want us to do? Do you need us to find her for you?
No. Her address is given in the notebook. We can head straight there. I wanted you to assist me with the preparation of greeting gifts. Please keep everything I have told you in strict confidence. The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together, but he is terribly busy at present, and on a more selfish note, I don't wish to involve anybody else from Inazuma in this matter. Exactly. That, and you are also a kind, well-mannered person with a genuine concern for other people. Not to mention trustworthy. I would not feel comfortable with anyone else in this situation.
You can count on us! We've done greeting gifts before, so we should be able to help. In terms of payment, just treat us to some delicious food and we'll be more than happy.
Wonderful! In fact, I was hoping to take this opportunity to show you both around, if you don't mind, of course.
Oh, we don't mind. We don't mind at all. Do we?
Thank you kindly. Shall we head off then? Ogura Textiles and Kimonos is our first stop.
Alright, sounds great!
What kind of tea is this?
This must be...
It's a festival promotion!
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/uc9DEWBDHQAEGQAT0DZRLSG.
No, what made you think that? Festivals are a common occurrence here in Inazuma. We in the Yashiro Commission are very well acquainted with these sorts of customs. Each season brings its own festival, and each festival in turn brings a fresh challenge to the task of maintaining public order. So, while festivals are undoubtedly joyous and lively occasions, for us, they are also a cause for concern. Oh, my apologies. I should stop thinking about work. This is hardly relevant to the matter at hand. This store here is the place I wanted to visit.
Oh, so you weren't checking out the promotion? Well, let's take a look inside then.
Welcome. I have all the latest styles. Please take a look. Oh, it's Miss Kamisato with guests from overseas. Welcome to Ogura Textiles and Kimonos. Are you here to purchase fabric or for tailored garments?
Oh, greetings to you too. I have a design here for a garment. Would you be so kind as to take a look?
Oh, Ayaka came prepared.
Let me see. This could be...
It could be...
Oh, it's a very fine design. Miss Kamisato, you'd like us to make a kimono following this design, yes?
Please, if you could.
I'm honored that you'd choose Ogura Textiles and Kimonos for your tailoring needs. However, there is one rather... Based on the design, this kind of kimono would require silk made from the silk flower. The majority of Inazuma's silk is imported from Liyue Harbor, but given the current climate... As you well know, Inazuma is currently under a strict lockdown. In all honesty, the impact on the textiles industry has been quite significant. We're struggling to import, but of course, where our customers are able to provide the fabric themselves, we can still be of service.
So you're saying we need to go and buy some silk first?
If even Ogura Textiles and Kimonos can't get a hold of high-grade fabric, where would we buy it from?
You could try the International Trade Association. They are a little better connected than we are. After all, the association brings together merchants from all over the world. The only thing is their prices. They're not the cheapest. In times like these, though, we're lucky to even have an option of getting a hold of the things we want in the first place.
Huh. So even just getting clothes made is an ordeal in Inazuma. Wait, the International Trade Association? That's Kurisu's thing, right?
It looks like that will be our next stop. Thank you ever so much. We will be back once we've acquired the fabric. Oh, in the meantime, I have one other very small request. Could you?
Why is she being so secretive all of a sudden?
Absolutely.
Much obliged.
My pleasure, Miss Kamisato. Honestly, I'm just as excited as you to see the end product.
That's very kind of you, thank you. Goodbye for now. Traveler Paimon, Let's try our luck at the International Trade
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
This is it. The International Trade Association.
Okay then, we need to talk to Karisu, right? Huh, doesn't look like he's here. Let's look around. Look, there he is.
Looks like we found him.
What am I gonna do?
Mr. Karisu, are you alright?
Oh, you're Miss Ayaka from the Kamisato clan. How do you do?
Better than you, it appears.
And if it isn't the Traveler, I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks again for your help last time. The association is back in business, and it's all thanks to you.
That's great, but,
Well, you see... It's embarrassing to admit, but some of the association's goods have been stolen by vagrants.
Which goods were stolen?
It was a batch of high-grade silk.
Huh.
We imported a big batch of silk from Liyue several years ago. It's been sitting in storage ever since. Recently, we heard that clothing stores in the city have more or less sold all their silk stocks. So we figured now would be a good time to bring our batch out of storage, thinking it'd probably fetch a good price. But then... the vagrants swiped the whole batch, then disappeared into the woods. Well, as you know, they don't think much of foreign merchants like us. The Kanjo Commission...
Well, I also take issue with aspects of the Kanjo Commission's operational methods. Please remember, Mr. Kurisu, that while you are here in Inazuma, you should be careful with your words.
My apologies. I had to let off some steam. Anyway, there doesn't seem to be much we can do ourselves to get our goods back. Perhaps I'm doomed to go bankrupt after all.
I am afraid I can't intervene in an official capacity, but I can still help you get your lost goods back.
Of course, I would never... Wait, what?
Huh?
Yes, acting in my own capacity, mind you. Even then, there is no escaping the fact that my every action and word will be seen to reflect on the Yashiro Commission and the Kamisato clan. I do so not without reservation, so that aside, as I'm sure you're aware, I'm afraid that I won't always be able to help you in such circumstances. Given your position and that of the International Trade Association.
We will. We certainly... But, what if someone high up in the Kanjo...
Very humorous. Let's not forget that I am the
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
That sent shivers down Paimon's spine. Does everyone from a powerful clan talk?
Mr. Kurisu, I need to know the exact time and location of the theft, and anything that stood out about the perpetrator's appearance.
Thank you so much. Let's see, it was 2 hours ago now, over at the,
Everyone, please follow me to the scene of the crime.
All right.
here we are. This is where we were robbed.
Hey, look on the ground. What are those?
Huh? Footprints. Very deep ones at that. Leading to... towards the forest.
Presumably the depth suggests that they were carrying something heavy.
Let's see where they lead.
Windblade!
Is this an answer from this world? A reward on the road.
Allô?
Voici ma chaîne YouTube.
Ouais, je crois que tu pouvais pas parler.
www.youtube.com/youtube.com/chanel/ucnel/ucnel.
Bah, tu viens de me dire le truc.
Leave it all to me, as a good knight should.
Et encore. Bah ton Kogo tu l'auras pas. Hein.
No one escapes my sights. Hey, go, Baron Bunny!
T'as les cannes à cartes? Ah parce qu'il faut des bonnes cannes hein. Ça ce truc.
blade.
I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. Someone needs assistance.
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
Il a quel âge ta cousine? Tu vois? Elle a quel âge ta cousine? Et lui? Un pédophile?
Is this an answer from this world?
Let me try my blade.
Nowhere to hide.
I'm ready.
Speed of light.
C'est quoi sa maladie?
Cut down. Like this.
Ouais, bah ouais. C'est trop con. T'es un bon pigeon, toi. De quoi? Le père génie n'est pas fait pour l'argent.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
Bah tu vois les poissons que j'ai pêchés tout à l'heure, les poissons tigre Goliath. Bah ça c'est de l'argent. Ah tu vas pleurer si je te le dis. Voilà, père génie. En unique. Tu mets on te retire un zéro et ça te fait ça te fait ta paye. T'es l'XP en paye. Bah ça dépend en fait du kilo quoi. C'est Ah j'ai pas chopé d'unique hein, j'ai chopé que des trophées. Un peu plus de 20 000. Bah ça dépend. Ouais.
You think you can get your stuff back with this bunch? You must be dreaming.
Ah ouais, je suis toujours en live.
Why you? You better hope you have the courage of your convictions.
Why wouldn't I, old man? Answer me this. You're one of those Outlander merchants, right? You trade association types are worms, coming over to our land, leeching off our people. Who's gonna leap to your defense, huh? Tell me, who's gonna stick their neck out for the likes of you? Look at that, no response. You know I'm right. Face it, this is Inazuma. You've got no ties here.
Oh
You're
le
at the bottom of
ouais,
the
tu peux pas
pile.
baisser un poil de
You are
chanson s'il te plaît.
despicable.
Hey,
Merci.
I just had an idea. Since you came all this way, how about we do some business?
Business?
Pay up, and you can take your fabric back. Sound good? If you ask me, it beats walking out of here with black eyes and a broke...
You're just a big bully.
What choice?
Wait. Mr. Kurisu, please do not pay any money to this man.
But...
I trust you remember our agreement? If you keep your lips firmly sealed, I too shall uphold my end of the deal.
Oh, yes, of course.
Then please stand well back where it is safe. Now, it is time for me to honor my...
Let's get down to business.
Ok.
Whirling snow.
Ah ouais, c'est magnifique ça.
See no more.
Ouais.
My apologies.
Allez, toi t'es congé.
Whirling snow. Unthinkable.
De quoi?
Very... Let's get down to business.
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/uc9tewvdhq1gk1t0dzrlsg.
See no more.
Whirling snow. Unthinkable. Embrace the ice.
Finally, my blade!
Take flight.
Attends, faut que je cache du méchant.
Well, that's resolved then.
No, please, It was nothing. I was simply doing my duty.
Miss Kamisato, Traveler, are you hurt?
Don't worry, we're fine. The vagrants left in quite a hurry. It would seem they didn't have time to take anything with them. I believe your stolen goods should all be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You'd best do a count.
6, 8, 10. Yep, it's all here.
Great! Now we can finally buy some silk.
Buy silk? You mean you need some of the silk here?
This was indeed our intent.
Don't get us wrong, though. That's not the reason we helped you out. Even if it were just a few carrots or cabbages, chances are we still would have helped you get them back. Paimon thinks we're pretty lucky. If we arrived any later, our chances of getting silk in Inazuma would have been 0.
I honestly can't thank you all enough. Please, say no more. You need...
De quoi? J'ai pas
Thank you, good
suivi.
sir.
M'en fous.
Oh, it's free of charge. I could never ask you to pay after everything you've done for me.
No, that will never do. Merchants already have enough challenges to deal with. And as Paimon
Ouais, bah, je
explained,
t'en
there is
dis rien,
nothing
voilà.
to feel distressed about.
Thank you. I don't think I could ever repay you. You have
Mais
helped
tu
me
l'engueules.
greatly, and I will never forget it. I'm
Very well. And thank you for...
See you then!
Traveler, thank you for stepping in.
But how
Perhaps. Oh, your praise is quite unwarranted. I admit that it did feel strange for me
Bon, au
to
lieu
I
de
guess
crier,
that
là,
deep
tu
down,
pêches.
I don't see... sorry, I'm getting off... Right. Let's head back to Ogura Text...
Okay.
I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance.
T'as pas le niveau pour les pêcher. Il te faut une bonne canne de fond. Et il te faut du petit Goliath, du petit tilapia. Lui, je lui signale, il va rien comprendre. Ouais, tu t'écoutes. Hey, moi, je vais te muter aux forces, hein.
Welcome back. So, any luck at the International Trade Association?
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
I just think...
Je t'ai dit qu'il te fallait
They better all be there.
des petits
I do
tilapia.
hope nothing else is missing. Traveler, on the subject of garments, I've been meaning to acquire a new outfit for
En gros,
you
t'aurais pris
too.
pas qu'un mois, là, t'aurais eu la
It's
bonne canne.
just, I wasn't sure
Avec
how
des
you'd
petits
feel
tilapia.
about the idea of dressing in Inazuman attire. Oh, are you sure? Is that so? Impressive.
More like when you're away. But Paimon would still love to check out some Inazuman outfits. Just what is that supposed to mean? They
Vas-y, dis.
Your interactions are so adorable to watch. Well, if you're sure,
Ouais.
as you wish. Something else I've been wondering is, how do people in other nations dress?
It's so true. People dress in all kinds of ways. Some people like to wear a hood, some cover up half their face with a mask.
Really? So there is no single standard and people just dress however they like? So fascinating.
Wait! So
no, of course not. I would very much like to travel across the 7 nations and see how people live.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Thank you.
Fortunately not.
Yes, please.
Understood.
I'll get... Here you go. Is it possible to treat this as...
Well, luckily, until then, I'm sure you'll find somewhere nearby to pass the time.
Good idea! Let's check out the whole area. We don't want to...
There will be no loose ends while you're in my company. I already for our next stop, I'd like to take you both for a meal.
Food? Oh, Paimon likes this plan.
Mm-hmm. I picked the venue especially for you. A humble local eatery called Kiminami Restaurant. I thought that the relaxed atmosphere there would suit our day much better than the prohibitively formal one of a high-end restaurant. Shall we head off?
Yep.
Bon. Bon.
Are we here? Ooh, it's one of those street-side places. Looks cute and cozy.
Welcome! Oh, Miss Kiminami.
Ah bah c'est pour ça qu'il t'a prêté de ses amis.
Sato, perfect timing. Your booking was for... well, right now.
I believe so. We'll be sticking to the order I placed in advance. As for the other matter we discussed, thank you for your help.
Excellent. No problem. And everything you asked for is ready and waiting. Traveler, tiny customer, please wait here
N'oubliez
for a
pas de vous
moment while I
follow pour
prepare
plus
your
de contenu.
Go ahead and take a seat. There is something I need to take care of, but I'll be back momentarily. It's nothing of that sort. I just have a few minor things I need to attend to. I won't...
She sure left in a hurry.
Rose.
Whatever it is, it must be pretty urgent.
So you two are Miss Kamisato's
suivante.
friends? Well, we serve all the classics.
Même moi je rigole.
Sure, there are fancier looking places out there, but the food here speaks for itself. Hope you enjoy it.
Ouais.
Over the years we've been in business, we've gotten to know the Kamisato clan quite well. Miss Kamisato and her brother are both fond of our food. They're always
non.
sending staff down here to... Her table booking
Ouais.
surprised me.
On va faire un
At least
blonde.
because it was a group reservation. This is the first time I've ever heard of Miss Kamisato going out for dinner with friends.
The first time ever? Oh, guess that makes us pretty important people, huh?
Sure does. And I'm probably crossing the line here, but I'm just telling you what others have told me. Apparently, Miss Kamisato doesn't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
How is that possible? She's so kind and polite to everyone. Paimon would have thought that would make her really popular.
That's what I used to think too. But it turns out the rules of social interaction are a bit more complicated than that. Nobody in the neighborhood has a bad word to say about her. They all say she's beautiful, elegant, graceful, not to mention that she belongs to one of the most illustrious clans in the land. In short, they see her as a model young lady.
Je l'écoute pas, ça va
That's
plus
just
vite.
it. People look at her and they see a model of perfection, and they don't feel like that's something they can relate to. So the majority of kids from our ordinary families don't. So you see,
Bah, je l'écoute.
on paper,
Ouais, vite
she
fait,
seems
hein.
like a girl everyone would want to get to know. But in practice, she finds it difficult to make friends.
Huh. Paimon...
We don't speak all that much, but we do go quite a way back. I've always admired her, so it makes me really happy to see her here with friends today. Anyway, relax. Relax. Consider it a favor for the whole neighborhood.
Huh? That sounded like Ayaka!
I'm so sorry, Traveler. Could you join me over there for a minute? I need your help with something.
Allez,
I'm sorry.
on va casser des
I
méchants.
didn't wa-
Oh, so that...
As you can see, this house is right next. Actually, this whole compound is the family's private property.
Right! If there's
Actually, I wanted to cook something as a gift for Tsubaki. My mother mentioned in her notebook that Tsubaki enjoys food from all over the world. So I thought, if I'm going to meet
a dish from overseas? So anything from outside Inazuma counts, right? If so, then we've got lots of options, don't we?
That's what I was thinking. You must have picked up a lot of knowledge. Can I leave you to finish this task then? Great. But...
Voici ma chaîne YouTube.
Allez, on va se faire à manger de la pizza.
www.youtube.com/cnn/cufcnufdwbdhqaegkqat0dzansg.
C'est la pizza.
Is the pizza ready? Is the pizza ready?
Un peu beaucoup. Le mec il joue sur la fiche. Bah, tu vois quoi là? Sûr? Non, ça sert à rien.
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
Bon, allez, deux. Ouais. Il est content. Où je pourrais trouver du fromage? On s'en fout. On s'en fout. On s'en fout. Je- Bah, ça, on le savait que c'était très très con, hein. C'est pas rigolo. Si, c'est très rigolo.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
Pizza. La pizza. Comment je fais une pizza, moi? Ah ouais, super. Allez. Faut que j'attende 10 minutes. Oh. On va y acheter tout son magasin, le mec. Il va faire une putain de faillite. Merci, grand. Bah, pour son commerce. Ouais, je suis pas ton frère. Bah, j'ai remercié le commerçant. Je sais pas. Parce qu'en fait, du coup, il a plus rien pour. J'ai eu tout pris. Et voilà, il rage. Bah, j'ai pas dit que tu rigolais. J'ai pas dit que tu rigolais, j'ai dit que tu rageais. Des fêtes de moins ou de plus? Il va pleurer. Faut pas rager pour si peu.
With sword comes shadow. No one escapes my sights.
Ouais, il s'appelle Gabriel. Oh merde, en plus, je suis en...
You give, you receive.
Je dis ça, mais je suis en plein live, en fait. Ouais, mais ils savent tous comment je te donne maintenant.
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/uc9dwddhq1gqat0dzrlsg.
Hey, go fairy bunny! Bet you can't keep up with me! I won't let you down! Ouch! Meanie! I'll race you there! Don't blink! No escape! Bet you can't must keep training. Incoming! With sword comes shadow.
Il en, il en peut plus là.
Speed of light.
C'est ta faute.
I'll be fine.
Steady as stone.
Oh le rage.
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
Non, c'est pas méchant, c'est réaliste. C'est qu'un chien. On navigue sur les flots. Plus jamais. Oui. Qu'y a-t-il, mon enfant? Allô? Oh, je crois qu'il est parti. Il est mort. Il s'est fait bouffer par son chien qui est en surpoids. Azerty, j'ai peur du noir. J'ai peur du noir. Bah non, mais regarde dans mon feu.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
J'ai pas dit j'ai peur des noirs, j'ai peur du noir.
Thunder and lightning can be quite frightening, but don't worry. Liua's storm and fire defenses are second to none.
Je vais me manger comme une crème.
Nowhere to hide.
Merde. Voler d'esquive, on esquive encore.
One step back, two forward.
The insolent shall be punished.
Je reviens dans quelques instants.
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/uc9DEWBDHQAEGKQAT0DZRLSG
business. Boom!
Got lucky that. Incoming.
Say no more! Disappear! Boom! My blade! There's more!
Speed of light. Hey! Incoming. With sword comes shadow.
The fairy.
Speed of light.
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
I must leave no stone unturned. Not so hard! I'll race you there!
Wind blade! What? Yeah! With the wind!
No one escapes my sights!
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
Windblade!
Let it rain!
Allez!
No one escapes my sights! I'm tired. Please stay indoors until the storm passes. I will deal with any urgent outdoor business.
With the wind!
Merde.
Cut to the chase!
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/uc9DEWBDHQAEGQAT0DZRLSG.
Got lucky that time.
Ah, trop bien ça. On a traversé tout l'île, je crois. Aloha. T'en avais du temps. C'est quoi? Hein? C'est quoi? Parle-moi français, s'il te plaît.
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
Plan.
Non. Ça va pas, tu me fatigues. Ah, ça ira mieux ce soir quand tu seras plus là.
Seem tired. Would you like some tea?
I'll breeze.
Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Que y a-t-il? On va faire de la bonne pizza. Au champignon.
Is the pizza ready?
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
Allez, mange la pizza, elle est prête.
It smells delicious. You're an excellent cook, Traveler. I would love to be able to master dishes from all over the world.
Well, all you need to learn is a recipe. We can bring you some more recipes in the future if you like.
Great. I look forward to learning.
How are you all doing? Whoa, is this... Miss Kamisato, this must be the dish you were talking about.
Yes, an overseas dish cooked by the Traveler. Could I trouble you to package it for me?
Sure, no problem. Oh, it smells good. I bet it tastes amazing. Oh, now I really want to put something...
Want us to teach you how to make it?
Oh, could you?
The most satisfying meals are the ones...
Really?
Pourquoi, qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
I've always wanted to learn how to cook some international dishes. If you can write down a recipe
quoi?
for me, I'll add it to our menu and put a promotion where
c'est
everyone
quoi?
will see it. Since we've become a closed nation, people haven't had the chance to try anything new. Traveler, you're the best! I'll go pack up this dish for Miss Kamisato.
Ah ouais.
You could have sold that recipe. You're a wonderful person.
Moi, je voudrais bien être comme eux. Au moins, t'as pas te raser.
I mean it. I admire you a lot, and I'm so proud to be friends with someone of such fine character. Well, you should probably write down the recipe now, no?
What?
Yeah, let's make sure we include all the details and then give it to Miss Kiminami. So, pizza. Start with the basic ingredient, correct?
Ouais, ça se voit que t'étais pas encore rasé, c'est
Let's
chiant.
add the next couple of ingredients. Xiangling sure left a deep impression on you, huh?
Oh? Who's Youngling?
A friend of ours who's a really talented chef. Though she has some strange tastes. Still, she's one of Paimon's favorites. Now for the cooking instructions. Place on top. Alright, it's done!
Bon
Long
appétit.
may our reputations and our recipes precede us.
I have no doubt that they will. This dish is exquisite.
Cool! Then let's get
Ah, je sais pas, il mange une pizza dans mon truc.
Hey! Have you written out the recipe?
Here it is.
Thank you! Wowie! This is so exciting. I want to make it...
Traveler, Paimon, please accept my sincerest apologies for delaying your meal.
No problem! Food always tastes better when you work...
Alright, let's dig in before I get...
Ah ouais, c'est encore chaud, tu crois?
Well, what do you think? Is Inazuman cuisine to your liking?
It's amazing! Paimon...
Je sais pas, faut que je mange. Vu que je devais attendre mon fromage pendant 10 minutes.
When I was
J'ai dit, ah bon, c'est
attempting to
encore chaud
cook
du coup?
earlier on, did you chat with the owner at all? And did she, say anything about me?
She did, but don't worry. She's just happy for you is all.
She's happy for me? Oh, then she must have told you. What does it matter? I know just as well.
Hey, it's not you. Most people just haven't had the chance to talk to you one-on-one before.
Voici ma chaîne YouTube. https://www.chat.tv/www.youtube.com/www.chat.nlm/cnqat0dzrsg.
Aw, thank you. That makes me so... Excuse me. I'm forgetting myself.
Hey now! Expressing your feelings is the right thing to do.
I agree. I just want to say how happy I feel that you both see me as a true friend.
Of course we do. That's always been our style. Friendship can go a long way. Take your mom, for example. She wrote about Tsubaki in her notebook, and now it's made you want to find them too.
Yes. I think friendship is an extremely precious thing. And ours is one that I will always treasure.
Ouais.
While
J'en sais
we're on
rien,
the
je peux
topic though,
écouter.
who is this Tsubaki person anyway?
Well, I think I have an idea, but it's just speculative at this point. I think that Tsubaki might be a fox envoy.
A fox envoy?
Yes, that's
Ah
what I
ouais.
think. Even I, my mother's own daughter, had never even heard of this friend before. It just seems so mysterious. So I think it must be someone with transcendent abilities who doesn't show themselves very often. And fox envoys are nothing new. Stories have been told about them in Inazuma since ancient times. You must have met Kuji Yae before. Well, she's a fox envoy. That got me thinking. Maybe there are fox envoys out there in Inazuma that people just don't know about. And maybe Tsubaki is one of them.
Ah, parce que t'es pas encore lavé en plus.
So Inazuma also has supernatural beings?
When you say also...
Well, before Inazuma, we spent some time in Liyue. They have lots of supernatural beings there, like the Adepti. All kinds of them too. Up in the sky, down below the ground, in the water.
Really? So Liyue lives up to its reputation.
You should come visit
Moi, je
Liyue
me
with
lave
us
tous les 3
sometime.
ans.
The best part is, they have loads and loads of delicious...
Really? Speaking of delicacy...
Ah,
Oh,
je me lave tous les jours en
Paimon
vrai.
has...
Excellent. Then let's collect...
Ça dépend. Ça dépend, ça dépend.
I'll catch up.
Your garment is ready, Miss Kamisato. I've folded and packaged it for you. Oh, and the other item we discussed? That's ready too.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. It is a beautiful piece of clothing, and it was a pleasure to work on.
Traveler, I have a gift for you.
Whoa, looks super fancy. Is that for wearing in your hair?
Bienvenue sur mon live et profitez à partager un agréable moment autour de votre boisson préférée égale.
For nothing at all in return. So this is my gift to you. I'm glad you like it.
Speaking of white herons, that's what your title means, doesn't it? Shirasagi Himegimi. So this gift is like a little piece of yourself. It's just as elegant and beautiful as you are.
You flatter me, Paimon. If this gift
It definitely will. Alright, well, now we've got what we came for. We can set off. Time to go meet Tsubaki.
Ad Astra.
N'oubliez pas de vous follow pour plus de contenu.
Eh ouais. Bon, on va faire une petite pause de Genshin Impact et de console en même temps. Donc, je vous dis à tout à l'heure.